Hello motherfuckers, me again. I want to give you a few tips on the GN125. I'm going to show you how to make this motorbike go faster. Well, not really faster. Make it accelerate better from robot to robot. If you know what I mean. If you are tired of getting your ass kicked at the robots, the only thing I'll do here on this bike is tamper with my air filter. Let's remove the side casing here. As you can see there, let me get my screwdriver. Let's remove the screws here. Okay, we'll see what I've done here. The very first modification I did to this motorbike, because I remember the first week I got this motorbike, I was standing at the robots, and then I had a scooter next to me, and this motherfucking scooter pulled away like a fucking rocket, and I couldn't understand why. This is now many years ago, before I had this motorbike. And he goes, so I asked a friend at work, why does my motorbike go slower than a scooter? Well, he told me the best way to do that is to put a stocking. As you can see, I used a stocking, a woman's stocking. Alright, this I do every 2-3 weeks. I chop off the cable ties, chop it off there, and then go buy some pantyhose. If you don't know what pantyhose is, Google it. Google will tell you what pantyhose is. In any case, so this is the stock air filter. It goes on like this. Now what it does is it stops the engine from breathing. It basically chokes the fucking engine. Alright. I haven't used this about 6-7 years. About 7 years ago I took it off. Yeah. And then I replaced it with a stocking, thanks to a friend's advice. Wouter is his name. Wouter Kabouter. Some of you might know him, some of you won't know him. In any case, the very first thing I did to this motorbike. Okay, you gotta soak this in oil, very important. You want this thing to be soaked in oil so this, how do I say, it catches all the dust, all the dirt. The last thing you want is the dust going into your carburetor, you know what I'm saying, and into your cylinder and scuffing up your cylinder, your bore there. You don't want to do that. But as you can see, I've got a mesh over there. But in any case, alright, let's put it back. Let's put this back on there. Okay, up position. It says up, so let's follow that position there. Alright, that was the very first modification I did to my little GN125. The second one I did, what I recommend. I'm not saying you must do it, but if you want to, you're gonna fall. Sooner or later you are gonna fall. You're gonna fall, break motorbike, and you're gonna break yourself. Whichever one comes first. Sometimes you get lucky and you just break the motorbike. You don't break yourself. Okay. I'm struggling to find that fucking hole there. Okay, I'm putting this back on there. Now your motorbike will accelerate much faster to robots. You will be able to give them the scooters a fucking hiding at the robots. Okay, because last thing you want to do is getting overtaken by a scooter, a fucking Hong Kong Chinese plastic shit. Okay, so I'm putting back on my trim there. Okay, next one I recommend is how do I say, your clutch levers, cutting it. As you can see, I've cut it over here. As you just need a fucking axle. The original one looks like this. Okay, this is now obviously the brake lever for the other side. You see, I cut off this ball. It's not needed. Okay, I've made it shorter. So in case of an accident, I'm not gonna break the whole lever, because usually if you're in an accident, sometimes you get lucky, it bends over you. This thing curls up. All the time it breaks off right over you. You don't want it to happen. You don't want to be stuck in the middle of nowhere, and your clutch lever is totally broken off. And you can see the other side over here, the brake lever. I've also chopped it off over here. So in case of a fall, I will have my front brakes. Understand? Okay. Here's a bunch of spare parts here, as you can see. Your drive chain. When you replace your drive chain, never throw away your old one. Always keep it. Keep your spare drive chain. You might never know what's going to happen down the road. Okay? Keep your spare front drive sprocket. Keep your back one. This is after 35,000 kilometers. So you can see the teeth are getting almost like a hook when you go fishing. You know what I'm saying? Okay, something like that. Here's my spare indicators. Don't know why I keep it, just in case, you might never know. This is after one accident number 2. This is from me putting the bike on the stand, which I'm thinking is on the stand, which is not on the fucking stand. Like when you're on the bike, for instance, and you think now, you come to a dead stop, you want to park the motorbike, and you think your stand is up, but it's not. Then you go, you climb, and then this happens. So always make sure your fucking stand is out before you go tilt the motorbike to let it stand on its own two feet. You know what I'm saying? So that is my fuck ups over there. Okay, just keep your spare drive chain. You might never know you'll need that. Keep your brake shoes. This is bike's got brake shoes at the back, and this brakes in the front. Keep that. Spare spark plug cap. Got a new one on there. Keep that just in case. Globes, front headlight globes, front head globes, indicator globes, brake light globes. Hello. Manual. Always have a manual. Hello, my friend. I'm making a YouTube video here. Ne? It's fine. You carry on there. Always carburetor. Always have a spare carburetor. You might never know. Manual. Very important to read. Some of you don't like to read. Nowadays, youngsters like to watch YouTube videos and think they know everything. It's not the case. Right. Point number 2 or number 5. Impact driver. You can see this inspection cap of your flywheel. What you don't want to do is, let me get my bit on you. What you don't want to do is tighten the damn thing when you're on loosen the damn thing. You want to make sure it's on loose. See, that's tighten, that's loosen. Now I had it on fucking tighten, and I was chopping away. I couldn't understand why the thing didn't want to come loose. Then fucking Allen key socket bit went right through. As you can see by this one over here. This is just a makeshift. Putty the damn thing up. Yeah. Well, I got a replacement on there. Okay, so I told you about the air filter. Use a stocking. Makes it go faster at the robots. And I told you about my inspection cap in how to use the fucking impact driver. Okay, so make sure it's on loose. You just turn it by hand like that. That's loose, that's tighten. Okay, understand. Then what else I got here? Spare clutch cable, globes. You're gonna need globes. Pointless of buying one or two globes at a time. As you see, I like to have stock. Oh yes, I was at the bike shop this morning. I got my exhaust gaskets. I bought 2 of them. Fuck, I can't buy one and go back again in a couple of months' time when I remove the exhaust, because this stuff has got a one-time use only. You don't want to remove your exhaust on off, and wondering why your motorbike is popping. Engine oil. Use 10 to 40 kilowatt. I won't go for car engine oil, because that's going to happen. What is going to happen is you're going to have clutch slip. Okay. And also, this is my old throttle cable. As you can see, I can pull on hard as I can on this fucking thing, but it's going nowhere. I even tried penetrating oil to lubricate this thing, but it doesn't want to go through. So this thing almost fucking killed me. I don't even know why I got it. What happened was I was riding the bike the one day, and I noticed that the throttle doesn't want to return. It was jamming the whole time, hooking. And on the last day, I was riding the bike to the shop, and I almost went into a fucking wall. But luckily, I hit my back brakes and I just started sliding, and the engine cut out. Thank God for that. So that thing almost fucking killed me. So it's very important when I tell you to use penetrating oil to lubricate your clutch cables and your throttle cables. Very important. It's not just there for the sake of using this shit. It's here to save your fucking life. Other point is your brake light. There's a reason why there's O-rings on here. Those O-rings, well, they actually call it bloody rubber washers. As you can see, I've got two little O-rings. I've got a little O-ring kit on here. It's nice to have an O-ring kit. It's not exactly meant for my lights, but I use them for my lights anyways. As you can see, I've got two of them there. Just excuse, this thing's taking a fucking while to turn out here. In any case. Right. Lucy. There we go. So I just used my bloody O-ring kit for, how do I say? Okay, you get my point there. That's what happened to my previous light. I didn't have my little O-ring washers on here, and the motherfucking thing broke off. So obviously when I tightened this thing was pressing against up the plastic, and it broke. And when that one broke, that screw fell out. Other one vibrated loose. Fucking brake light flies off there in the fucking street. So O-ring kit, put your O-ring washers then on there. Put two of them if you want to, or three of them, whatever turns you on. Okay. So that is that. I'm just showing you all my little fuck-ups. Lesson learned. Use O-rings. Make sure your O-ring washers is on there. They're there for a reason. So you don't break your fucking lenses. Nice to have a carry case box. Last thing you want to do is go to the fucking mall and you got a bag. Then you have to hand in your bag at the security guard there at the shop. And while you're doing your shopping, he starts scratching in your fucking bag. So this is for a reason. So when I go to the fucking mall, I put my bag inside my carry box, and I know my fucking shit is safe when I go shopping. Alright. Another handy little thing over here is to drill some holes in your box. As you can see over here, drill some holes and put some cable ties in there. That way this box doesn't fly off. It's happened to me. 2 boxes gone. Get home from work and I see my fucking carry box is gone. Okay, in any case, another helpful hint here is I've got tubeless tires on here. Tubeless tires are cool to have. I don't need to have my fucking wheel taken off and scratched by some motherfucker at the bike shop. So I'll go front and rear tubeless tires. This will help. And I've got myself a foot pump. I can drive anywhere I want to. I can even drive to Grandma, right there to the fucking farm. And I'll get a puncture, I stop at the roadside and I fix it. No problem. Not like you. Push your fucking motorbike. I don't do that shit. Okay, so I showed you the box. Okay, and I showed you the pump thing. And I showed you the brake light at the back with the washers. I showed you the front brake lever, the clutch lever over there, chopping it. But I would chop it. I would first get the bike roadworthy or registered in your name before chopping this. Because now you can get this bike roadworthy, they're going to fail you. Okay, so that's 1 strike. There's 2 strike. So first get the bike registered in your name or roadworthy before you cut this. I'm not saying you must cut it, but if you want to fall and be pushing your bike by the roadside, be my guest. Okay, so we got I'll show you all the shit I can right now, I guess. Not much. Yeah, that's basically all my faults. And the engine oil. And I'll show you the engine oil, Cool. Yeah, as you see here is my DRZ exhaust. Not exhaust, my fucking radiator shrouds, or what you want to call it. Now I'm going to be fitting my exhaust gaskets. Yep. Alright. Cool, man. Over and out.